Today we are going to be learning about verbs and nouns. What is a noun? A noun is a person, place, or thing. Here are some examples of nouns that are people: policeman, fireman, teacher, cashier, grandma. Here are some examples of places: school, home, bank, Wisconsin store. Here are some examples of things: apple, desk, paper, pen, kite. Verbs. These are words that are not nouns. Verbs are action words. They're things that people do. Here's some example of verbs: dancing, reading, flying, walking, talking. These are all action words. These are what we do, what we act out. Now we are going to look at some words and figure out if they are nouns or verbs. Can anybody tell me what a noun is? I would call in a student and they would say that a noun is a person, place, or thing. Can anybody tell me what a verb is? I would call in a student and they would say that a verb is an action word. After I read each one of these words, a student will be called on to answer if they are a noun or a verb. Dancing. I would call on a student and they would say that it is a verb. Teacher. I would call on a student and they would say it is a noun. Mailman. I would call on a student and they would say it's a noun. Water bottle. I would call on a student and they would say it is a noun. Talking. I would call on a student and they would say that it's a verb. Swimming. I would call on a student and they would say that it's a verb. Notebook. I would call on a student and they would say it's a noun. Toaster. I would call on a student and they would say that it's a noun. Book. I would call on a student and they would say that it's a noun. I'm going to be handing out a worksheet. I want you to work independently on this worksheet to put the nouns and the verbs in the correct category. This is the worksheet that I would be handing out, and each student would put down the words from the word bank in the correct category. For example, they would put dancing in verbs, and kitchen and noun, and so on and so forth. When you are done with the worksheet, please take out your quiet reading book and start reading for reading time.